Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my video tutorial for single-cell RNA sequencing data analysis. In my previous videos, I showed you how to cluster the cells and also identify differentially expressed genes. The purpose of our analysis is to understand the gene and the cell function in the studied tissue. So after the cell clustering and the identification of differentially expressed genes, so we could do more analysis to understand the signaling pathways between different cell types. So now lots of packages were developed to analyze cell-cell communication. For example, I already showed you how to use GSEA analysis to identify important signaling pathways. There are more important packages such as CellPhoneDB, Cellchat, LeachNet analysis could help us to identify important signaling pathways between different cell types. So today I'm going to make videos and show you how to do cell-cell communication analysis using Cellchat. So you can use this code to install the package Cellchat. I installed already, so we just need to load the package Cellchat. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a Cellchat object from a Seurat object. So we also need to load the Seurat package, and also I'm going to show you how to create a Cellchat object from a ScanP analyzed dataset H580 object. So in R, we can use the reticulate package to access the data from H580 file. So we need to load the library reticulate. First, I'm going to show you how to create a Cellchat object from a Seurat object. The Seurat object I'm using for demonstration today is the Seurat object that I created in my Seurat video 17. This is the dataset that we integrated healthy human lung sequencing dataset with IPF lung sequencing dataset. So let's load in the Seurat object. You can see in the data windows we have a large Seurat object. We named it the Seurat object. So to create a Cellchat object, we need to normalize the matrix data from the Seurat object as data input. And also we need the metadata information from the Seurat object. So first we can use the getCData function from the Seurat package to get the cRNA data from the data slot as the data input. So let's create the data frame as the data input. You can see it is a large DGC matrix data. If we click the data input, you can see we have the normalized data here. It has more than 20,000 genes and more than 24,000 cells. And in the DIM names slot, you can see we have the gene information and also we have the cell barcode information. So next we can create the metadata. We can get the cell identity information from the Seurat object as labels. Then we can create the metadata using the cell types information and also the cell barcode information from the Seurat object. So let's create the metadata. Then we can click the metadata, have a look at the data frame. You can see the row names are the cell barcode. We have just one column named the group. They are the cell type information for each cell. So we got the normalized digimatrix data as data input, and also we have the metadata. So now we can use the data input and also the metadata to create the Cellchat object. And we are going to use the group by function as a group. As you can see in the metadata, the group column contains the cell type information. So we can create the Cellchat object using those information. You can see we created a Cellchat object. We can click the Cellchat object and have a look at the data. You can see this is the data structure for the Cellchat object. At the moment, we only have the normalized matrix data information and the metadata information. If we do more analysis, we will save other information in those data slots. So I showed you how to create a Cellchat object from analyzed Seurat object. So next I'm going to show you how to create a Cellchat object from Scampi H580 file, because some of you may prefer to use Python and the Scampi package to analyze your single-cell RNA sequencing data. So now we can clear the data in the data windows, because those data are from the Seurat object. So to read a H580 data file into R, we need to import the AData as AD from the reticulate package. Then we can load the H580 file in R as AD object. This is the dataset that I created for my Scampi video tutorial. In the Scampi video tutorial, we analyzed the one IPF-long dataset. So let's load in all the information from this dataset. You can see we have an AD object in the data windows. It contains all the information from the H580 file. You can see it's a data object. We have the observation names and the variable names. So now we can get the normalized data from the AD object as data input. You can see it is the large matrix data. If we click the data input, you can see we have the normalized matrix data, but at the moment we don't have the gene information and the cell barcode information. So we can get the gene information and the cell barcode from the observation names and the variable names from the AData object. So we know the variable names are gene names. Then we can set the variable names from the AD object as row names for the data input. And also we can get the observation names. They are the cell barcode as the column name for the data input. So if we have a look at the data inside the data input, now we have the gene names as row names and the cell barcode as the column names. So next we can create the metadata. In Scampi, we know the observations are the metadata for analyzed single-cell RNA sequencing dataset. So we can just get the metadata from the observations in the AD object. If we click the metadata, you can see we have the cell barcode as row names. We have the genes by count, total count, mitochondrial DNA percentage information. Importantly, we performed the latent measured cell clustering and the we named the cell types in this column for each cell. So now we can set the metadata as met. Then we can use the data input and the metadata to create a Cellchat object. And again, we are going to use the group by function as laden, as I showed you in the metadata. The laden column contains the cell type information. So now we can create a Cellchat object from the H5AD file. So let's create the Cellchat object. So you can see we have a Cellchat object here. We can click it. You can see we have the normalized DGC matrix data. Here it contains more than 17,000 genes and around 4,000 cells. And we also have the metadata to show the cell types for each cell. So in this video, I showed you how to create a Cellchat object from a Seurat RDS file and also from a Scampi H5AD file. So if you use Seurat, you can try to create a Cellchat object from a Seurat object. If you prefer use Scampi, you can create a Cellchat object from a H5AD file. But for my Cellchat demonstration, I'm going to use the data from the online tutorial. So let's clear the data windows again. The online tutorial uses combined home screen data from two biological conditions, normal screen data and diseased screen data. So you can use this code to load the data from website into R. I downloaded the data already, so we can just load the data from my computer. You can see it's R data. It contains two lists of the data. One is the normalized Digimatrix data, the other one is the metadata. So we can just get the normalized data as data input and also get the metadata as met. If we click the data input, you can see we have more than 17,000 genes here and 7,563 cells in this data set. So in the DIM names, we have the gene name and also we have the cell barcode. If we have a look at the metadata, you can see the row names are the cell barcode. We have the patient's ID. In the condition column, it tells us which cell comes from the diseased human skin and which cell comes from the normal human skin. And in the labels column, it contains the information for the cell types. So the online tutorial only used the diseased cell, so we can just get the diseased cells from this data set. Then we recreate the data input as diseased cell. You can see in the original data we have 7,563 cells, but in the diseased cell we only have 5,011 cells. So we also recreate the metadata to just keep the metadata information for the diseased cells. We can check the cell labels for the metadata. You can see we have 12 cell types in this data set. They are fibroblast and immune cell types. So now we have under the data input for the diseased cell, so we can create a Cellchat for our video tutorial, and the object will be the data input, metadata will be the metadata. Again, we are going to use the group by function. I showed you in the metadata, the labels column contains the cell type information, so we can create this Cellchat object and use it for our video tutorial. You can see we have a Cellchat object here. We can click it. You can see in the data slot we have more than 17,000 genes, and the data only has 5,011 cells, and we have the metadata information in the metadata slot. So now we can save the data as a Cellchat helm skin digest RDS. Then we can use this dataset later to show you how to perform cell-cell communication analysis using Cellchat package. Okay, I'm going to stop here for my first Cellchat video tutorial. In my second video, I'm going to talk about the Cellchat databases. I hope to see you in my second video tutorial. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and share my videos with your friends. Thank you.